Hi everyone, it's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers. And today it's day 44 in our 365 days free challenge where we go live every day to talk about healing back pain for good, but also living a fulfilled life through implementing the 10 daily holistic healing habits channeled through me from the highest consciousness. Well, today we are talking about I introduced the seventh of the 10 daily holistic healing habits yesterday, and it's about consuming spiritual and transformational input every day and preferably throughout the day. And we have come to my absolute favorite among books. I love this book. It has changed my life forever. And it has changed Tomas' life as well. Well, I'm going to show you the English version first. It's called A Course of Love. The first receiver, it's Mari Perron. This came through her, and you should have I think you will have this the other way around. I don't think that you could read this. Well, you should, if you're interested in this, you should buy the combined volume with the course, the treatise, and the dialogues. Okay? Because just the course of love is not that deep and not that many pages either. I haven't read in this book that much, not at all. But I should show you my version. This is the Swedish one that I have been studying, and you see, and it's falling apart. I might have to find myself another one. But this is absolutely fantastic book. It will teach you about how to take control back from the ego and the programming. And it begins like this. This course was written for the mind, but only to move the mind to appeal to the heart, to move it to listen, to move it to accept confusion, to move it to ease its resistance to mystery, its quest for answers, and to shift its focus to the truth and away from what can be learned only by the mind. That is the first paragraph in the introduction. This course, A Course of Love, it's the continuous of A Course in Miracles. I'm going to talk about that throughout this week as well. And these two books are channeled. The first one, this one is through Mari Perron, and the other one is from Helen. Sorry about that. I'm not very good at names. So I will talk to you about that some other day throughout this week. But this A Course of Love, it's written in the beginning of the 2000s, and it has a lot easier language, and it's more clear than Course in Miracles about who is the voice in the book and who is giving us the message. And this first time I read the book, really good things happened. I began to changed my mind about a lot of things. And when I was finished, I had to start all over again because I couldn't get enough of the feelings that the book created in me. When you read the book itself, sometimes it gets you kind of annoyed, frustrated, and provoked, but that is to shake us up, to wake us up, to then be ready to realize what the message in the book is all about. And the message in the book is to for us to come home, to understand what we truly are, and then show us ways to get to that place. And it's just fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. I can't emphasize that enough. Um, so if you want to heal for good and you want to take control back of your mind from the ego and your programming, this is the course. This is the book. And of course, A Course in Miracles is the foundation. But when I began to read A Course in Miracles, it was too hard language. Not because I'm and English is not my mother tongue because I read it in Swedish, but the language is very poetic, and sometimes it's hard to understand what they are really talking about and referring to. Um, so after I had studied A Course in Miracles and especially the workbook, I'm going to talk a lot more about the workbook, and also another woman that has made a commentary material to the workbook as well for a while, for a whole year. Then I just stumbled on A Course of Love uh, because it has just then been translated into Swedish. And I thought that this book was going to be as difficult as A Course in Miracles. It's not. It's much easier to understand what they are talking about and who is talking and what they are talking, and that they are turning directly to you as the reader. So I could have managed to read it in English, but I didn't know it existed even. That was the biggest problem. But when they had ads about it, then when it had been translated into Swedish, I noticed about it. I didn't know about it before. So then I studied it. So I have read the whole course, A Course in Love of Love, uh, through twice. And now I'm reading A Course in Miracles, the workbook again. So these two books and the commentaries as well to A Course in Miracles, I will read over and over again my whole life, I think, because it's one thing what the books say and the reading, but when I read the texts in the book, it takes me to another level of feeling. I feel something change inside, and I'm so grateful. It's like being in contact with the highest consciousness while you're reading. So, this is also a huge reason for why studying or consuming spiritual and transformational input every day and throughout the day. It's not just but what the content in those books or materials are all about. It's the way they make you feel when you read it. It's fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So I wouldn't, and if I compare myself and my life experience now when I have read it through twice, and also being and implementing all the other 10 daily holistic healing habits by being present and giving on myself and so on, then it's such a big difference. I rarely am anxious anymore. Oh, excuse me. I'm rarely anxious anymore. Of course, I can become sad and angry and irritated, but it doesn't stick. I realize that I'm not feeling my best. I'm not feeling inner peace. I'm not loving to either myself or nor anyone else. So it has definitely changed my life. I before I had problems going to sleep at night because of worry. Something that had happened that might take me to, well, I shouldn't have, or I should have, or what might they think about me, what I said or didn't say, or do or didn't do, and so on and so on. And also, I could get blown away in my own thinking about what should I do, what should happen, uh, being more in the past and in the future, and a future that would scare me more than being present in the eternal now. So the books, these two books, and especially A Course of Love, has meant so much to me. I don't, I have forgiven everyone in my life. And the most important person of them all is myself. I have forgiven myself for everything I haven't done or have done, said or not said, thought and not thought, and so on. I have forgiven myself, and but also everyone else. And that is such a relief. It cannot be described in words. And I don't know if that Thomas has just finished his first reading through, and he's saying the same things as I do, that he is not that worried anymore, and he is much calmer. He is much more faithful in faith, in having faith, not to me, but having faith in life, that everything will work out just fine if we just keep our energies high and not getting overtaken by the ego or the pain body, or our, or we could say our past painful experiences. So, and I haven't talked to that many people that have studied these courses, but they are designed to help us break free from our uh, programming and our egos. So, um, if this is something that we, every one of us, can achieve for just studying these books for, let's say, three 3 years, then it's worth everything. I still now I read in A Course of Miracles, the workbook. I read a passage. There are 365 small passages, and I read one every day. And I also read the commentary material to that. And I try to do the exercises every day. And it's marvelous how books can help with feeling such liberation, such an inner peace. So if that is the case, then why aren't we doing this, every one of us? Imagine what inner peace could do for your healing. It's, well, it's magnificent. Okay, that's everything for today. And tomorrow I'm going to talk about A Course in Miracles and the commentary material and so on. I'm going to give you two links in the description box today. The first one is to A Course of Love, the official website, and the other one is to their YouTube video about A Course of Love. So if you're more interested, then please check that out. Otherwise, if I were you, I would go and purchase the book immediately. It's not that expensive. And what if you could achieve the same results that I have had? I wish I could give it all to you, buy them for you and give it to you. But right now, I can't do that. Okay. Much love. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.